Today I'm gonna be trying 9 Milka candy bars, 9 of them. I'm gonna be comparing them from best to worst and telling you what my favorite is. So I didn't know this, but Milka actually is a Swiss chocolate brand that is mainly in production in Germany. I did not know that this was technically Swiss German chocolate. No idea. I've only had, I think maybe like 1 piece of Milka chocolate in the past, maybe 2, but it's been so many years that I don't really remember what it's like at all. So I'm hoping they're good. I also read that Milka is known for their creamy chocolate that is made with 100% Alpine milk. So it may be powdered or ultra heat treated. I don't know what this means, but apparently it's a good thing for chocolate. I don't even know which one to start with. I guess we can start with showing you each one and I'll let you know my initial thoughts on it. Okay, we'll start from left to right, even though I'm really curious about this Oreo one. Okay, on the far left, we have a simple caramel chocolate bar. Yep, here it is. Next, we have this one that I actually can't pronounce. It says Kuhflecken. Underneath, it says cow spots, so I'm guessing it's like a mixture of chocolate and vanilla. Then we have this one that's really interesting. So I really love candy bars that are like kind of biscuity with chocolate in them. They're my favorite. And this one looks really good. It just says Tuck, but I'm assuming that Tuck is the brand of this cracker. And I'm noticing that all of them do have this label on the side of it. The 100% Alpine milk. This is really interesting. I really want to do some more research on how this is good for chocolate. After that, we have a raspberry cream chocolate bar. Look at this. It looks like the center of it is actually filled with raspberry. I personally am a big sucker for candy that just has some kind of filling in it. It's so good. It really adds to it. So I can only assume this is going to be amazing. After that, we have a Chips Ahoy Milka bar. Okay, if I'm being honest, I love not the soft Chips Ahoy, but the harder ones. They go so well with milk. They're just delicious, and I'm so excited to try this one. I feel like these two are gonna be competing to be my favorite, the biscuit one and the cookie one. The next one we have is very interesting. This one is very fluffy. It's called Bubbly White. And I could feel the texture of it. It does have a very bubbly texture. I'm curious if it's gonna be anything like the Aero chocolate, where it's very light and fluffy. This one has the most interesting texture so far. It feels like bubble wrap. And this one is probably the cutest of them. I'm a real sucker for just the strawberry aesthetic. I don't even know what you would call that, but I think it is so adorable. The packaging is this really nice pink color, and it looks like it's dotted inside with strawberries. This looks really good. And yeah, I'm looking at the back of it, and it's not just flavoring. It says that there are strawberries in it. Also artificial flavoring, but we're not gonna talk about that. This is one that I picked up that I think that this might be my least favorite. I could be wrong, you know, candy surprises you sometimes. But it's called Trauben-Nuss. It's raisins and nuts. While I think that this might be my grandparents' favorite candy, I'm not sure that this is something that I would actually like. Raisins are okay, but I'm not sure if I'd actually like them in my candy. And last but not least, the one that is probably gonna be insane, the Oreo sandwich Milka. Oh, I'm really curious about this one because you can feel the top of it, just like the picture, you can feel the Oreo cookies on top. So this probably tastes crazy. My only concern is that it may end up being too rich. That's usually not a problem for me, but it is for most people. I usually love, I mean, there could be so much chocolate and I'm like, more please. And these are all the candy bars. I'm really curious about this. So I have to say, like I said, I think that the raisins will be my least favorite. And as for most favorite, ooh, I'm probably gonna say the plain biscuit, with the caramel probably being a close second. As I said, I really love the plain flavor of the biscuit and chocolate, and I think it might be my new addiction after this video. Okay, so let's get started. I accidentally mixed up the order a little bit, but we'll try it in the same order. Before we get started, I want to check out and see what Alpine milk is because I'm really curious. Okay, so Alpine milk is regular milk, but produced in the Alpine region of Europe. Milk and fresh cheese made with these cows' milk has more nutritional value and even contains a relatively high amount of omega-3 fatty acids, which are important for your overall health. That's actually really interesting. So you're telling me I can eat these and get my vitamins at the same time? Say no more. Okay, I can't wait any longer. Let's do this. We're starting with the caramel. Oh, I see. So it has these little flaps right here that you can kind of pull apart. Oh, here it is. I can smell the caramel already. It smells so delicious. So I'm gonna show you this part of the bar because it's already breaking in half. You can see some of the caramel. Oh, that looks so good. Can we do a little tearing bit? Oh no. First bite. Wow, that's pretty damn good. So the best way that I can describe the chocolate is kind of like Dove chocolate. I bit into this kind of expecting a little bit firmer of a texture, but it was actually very soft. The caramel is really sweet. The chocolate is such a good flavor. If you know anyone that's like a really big fan of caramel, they would devour this. It is so good. It is extremely rich, of course. I mean, it's a chocolate bar, but delicious. Next, we have the Kuhflecken, the cow spots. My expectations for this one is for it to be a little less rich than the caramel and more just like a basic chocolate bar with a little bit of white chocolate. These are really nice. All candy bars should have this. Look how easy this is. Oh, we have a full candy bar this time. Look at this. What an interesting color for a candy bar. And I really like how they're not very uniform and they're kind of spread throughout. If you ask me, it kind of looks like clouds, which is so cute. Oh, a good tear. Okay, I want to do the piece with the most white chocolate, which is right about here. It's almost 50-50. That's really good. It's really rich. This bar was a lot more firm than the caramel cookie bar. I mean, if you were to like, you could see like how this one pops when it tears in comparison to this one that kind of like, it just kind of crumbles apart. I can't really taste the white chocolate very much, but maybe someone with a more refined palate. So for an experiment, I'm going to eat a piece that's almost 90% white chocolate. And look, you can see just how much they really pile on the white chocolate. So the white chocolate is definitely there. It's a little hard to tell because it's so rich. When you combine the two of them together, it's hard to tell the difference between them, but it's still a really good candy bar. So I don't know what Tuck is, so before we do that, I want to look up what Tuck is. Okay, yes, it looks like Tuck is a brand of biscuits. Yeah, as you see here, it's just a brand of biscuits. It looks like they're more crackers. Here we go. Oh, these are so cute. What? Oh, these are adorable. Okay, so it comes like this. And there's even crackers on the back. So it's like a double layer of crackers. It's not a cracker that goes straight through, but there's two on both sides. The cracker is definitely, it's smaller than I was expecting. I guess when I saw this, it looked like the cracker was taking up 90% of the cookie. But I'm still really excited. Okay, here we go. Definitely feel like this is the one that is most likely to get stuck in your teeth. This is so good. It's, the crunch of the cracker is really nice. It's really smooth. It does have that, that smooth crunch of a normal saltine cracker, except it's not very salty, so it's not overpowering. It's just salty enough. The chocolate bar is really melty with it, so as soon as you take a bite of the cracker, the rest of the chocolate just melts in your mouth and it's really good. I will be back for you. Okay, time for the raspberry cream. I didn't mention earlier, but I actually love raspberries. There is nothing better than having yogurt with raspberries in it. And for me, I like peanut butter granola too. You combine those three things and it's like heaven. Oh, the smell of raspberry is so strong, it almost smells like a candle. If someone had their house smelling like this, I would be blown away. So this is the candy bar. It looks like a plain chocolate bar. But then you flip it and you could just see the raspberry. I'm gonna take a tear down the middle as well. Yeah, It's kind of like the caramel in which the cream really comes apart. Ooh, this looks so good. Wow. That is really good. Whatever this cream is in the middle, it provides a really good base for the raspberry against the chocolate, and it helps it stand out and not feel so just like chocolate and raspberry. It's less firm than this chocolate bar. It's a little more soft, kind of like the caramel, as you see. And the raspberry is very sweet. It's so soft. And while the raspberry is sweet, it's not too overtaking. It's kind of a lighter sweet, which I really like. Okay, and now we get to try the Chips Ahoy Milka bar. My expectations are sky high for this. If it sucks, I'm gonna be so sad. Oops. Oh, we got another full bar. That's all the way together. Wow, this one's, it's got some weight to it. It's heavier than these other bars. This one is like so light in comparison. Okay, we're gonna break into it. Wow, look at those cookie pieces. Wow, I'm suddenly more excited for this one than I was the cracker one. Okay, here we go. It's good. It's not what I was expecting. I'd say this one so far has been the most disappointing. It is good. It's still really insanely good. Anyone who got this would be so happy. It doesn't have that like firmness that I expected. It actually has, it's kind of got the consistency of the caramel bar. And when you bite into it, the cookie on the inside is really soft, almost like cookie dough. It does have these really, really tiny, almost like cookie crumbs in it, and also like very small chocolate chips. I don't see any chocolate chips, but I'm gonna assume that's what it is. So it does have some texture in there. It's like, it got a more almost chewy, but just like slightly tougher chew. But for the most part, it's extremely soft. I was expecting more from you. This one is gonna be really fun to try. This is the one that reminded me of the Aero chocolate. You can feel just how fluffy it is from the packaging. This will probably be the one that looks the most different from the rest of them. Oh, this is so cute. What? This is adorable. Yeah, this one's definitely the cutest out of all of them. It's really bubbly. I'm getting chocolate all over my hands. Okay, let's break through the middle. Yeah, there's that the bubbly white, whatever that is. So it's probably like a bubbly white chocolate. Very similar to this, just a different style. Okay. About medium firmness. It takes longer to chew just because it feels like there's more of it, even though a lot of it is kind of like air. You could even see the air bubbles inside of here. Very chocolatey, kind of like this one. It's the same thing, it's just there's so much richness that it's hard to tell what's going on. A kid would love this, maybe even someone that has an insane sweet tooth would like this. I have an insane sweet tooth, but this is a little too rich for me. I could eat this in like a small dose here and there, but not as a whole candy bar. It's still really good, just very rich. Next we have the candy bar that I'm not so sure I'm gonna like. I mean, raisins in a candy bar, I can't even say I've ever had anything like that. I do like that I'm trying something new. These are much smaller than the others. You see like the, look at the difference. This is the new one and this is the caramel one. Out of all the ones we've tried so far, this one has like the smallest chocolates. You can see, what is it? It's just raisins and nuts. It doesn't really specify what kind of nuts. Here it says hazelnuts. Okay, you can see the raisin just hanging out of it. I'd like to get a bite. Yeah, okay, this bite has both the nut and the nut and the raisin in it, so we'll eat this one. Yep. Yep, that's a flavor, all right. It's not bad. It's good for anyone that likes this flavor. This, to me, it tastes like something that someone's grandma would whip up, and I would eat it to be polite, and I'd be like, It's not for me. I should probably move this picture, huh? Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. Okay, we're getting down to it. There's only two more left. The strawberry, I'm excited for this one, and the Oreo. This one could still come out on top because I was a little disappointed by the cracker one, disappointed by the Chips Ahoy one, so this could end up being a winner. We'll see. Or who knows, maybe this strawberry will blow us all away. Okay, here we go. Okay, it's about the same size as the others. Looks the same. Oh, I could smell the strawberry. Oh, it smells so good. The first hair has like no strawberries. Like you can't see them. Let me see about the second hair. You can kind of see, I don't know if you can tell, there's like very minor bits of strawberry. So most of the flavoring might come from like the cream itself. It is dotted with it. It's just very minor. But let's see how it tastes. As for just like the chocolate bar, this one's probably been my favorite so far. The little strawberries in it aren't just like, they aren't smooth. You can crunch into them. It's almost like little tiny pop rocks that you can just like crunch on. And they have bursts of strawberry flavoring. So it's really good. It really surprised me that it had so much texture and I had to chew it a little bit. I do think the strawberry flavoring blends the best with the chocolate. I think that oh, I didn't notice their chocolate bars had a little cow. I do think those little strawberry crystals could be a little off-putting for some people. Because it's not kind of like a smooth crunch. It's kind of like, oh, was that a piece of my tooth that just fell off? I don't know. So it's kind of weird. It kind of comes out of nowhere, but I do think that it's really good. And probably, I want to say probably my favorite so far. I'm going to try getting another bite of these cracker ones because I want to give them one more chance because I want to like it so bad. It's tough because I like the texture. I like the texture of the tuck one the best, but flavor-wise, purely flavor-wise, the strawberry one is on top right now. Last but not least, drum roll, we have the Oreo Milka bar. This one's torn a little bit, I can tell. Here we go. Oh, this looks so... This looks insane. This looks crazy. You can even see like the Oreo cream coming out of the chocolate bar. Look how good that looks. Oh, wow. I kind of want to see if I can tear into one of the pieces of chocolate, even though it feels like a crime to tear in because it's so cute. Here we go. This will give you a better view of what it looks like inside. So it has a little bit of the cream on top, the chocolate piece, and then another Oreo piece. But I'd like to try a whole one, preferably with a lot of the cream for my taste test right here. Oh, this one. Actually, this is the one. Please be good. Please be good. Here we go. The final taste test. Wow, that was really good. This one has a better crunch, you could probably hear it, than the saltine cracker. So good. It is a lot of chocolate, obviously. The chocolate flavoring is a little hard to differentiate from the actual chocolate bar, but the difference is there. It's not like the white chocolate where you're like, am I really tasting it? You can taste the Oreo, and it's really good. It's a lot of chocolate. It's not for everyone. Because it is really rich, but a lot of these are really rich. Milka has a very sweet chocolate and a very creamy chocolate, and it's really good. So overall, this one, it's hard. It's between this one and the strawberry. So I'm gonna do a side-by-side, just little half because I've eaten a lot of chocolate in these past few minutes. I think that if you know someone who is even slightly into Oreos and you handed them these two candy bars side by side, this one would be the winner every time. Because while the flavoring of this is like, it's different, right? It's kind of more fruity and some people prefer that. It's really good, but as an Oreo lover, this one is probably the best. And not only that, it's kind of, it's cool too. So if somebody opens this, they're gonna be like, huh. It's a lot more fun of a candy to gift. So yeah, I think that this one is the winner. But now I'm going to rank them from best to worst. They are in disarray, so I apologize. The Oreo is number 1. The strawberry is number 2. The, I want to say actually the caramel is number 3. No, the raspberry. The raspberry's next. And after that, we're going to be going with caramel. I do want to say, like, I have family members that are insane over caramel, and I could easily see them picking this one for the best candy. I like caramel, but only just a bit. So that's probably why it has a lower ranking than it would for some. Next, we're gonna do the cracker one. I really like the texture of this one. I think that the crunch with chocolate is just so good. Then I'm gonna do the bubbly. I really like the way this one felt to chew. That's the best way I can describe it. It's really fun. It's really fun to tear apart, and it looks different than a lot of other chocolates. Also, another one that would be fun to receive as a gift. Number 7, the Chips Ahoy. Yeah, number 7 is definitely the Chips Ahoy. And when I put this down here, it's like, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd rate it a 3 if I'm being nice. It's okay. After that, we have the one that was debatably the cutest. Really adorable, but the flavor, it's just like the normal chocolate bar. The white chocolate really doesn't do anything special to it. And last but not least, my ever-dreaded Raisins and Hazelnuts Milka bar. No. No, I will never eat you again. You can't make me no. Yeah, and that's all of them. Thank you so much for watching. I can't believe it, the second video on this channel. For the next video, I have something pretty interesting. If you like gummy candy, I definitely recommend you tune in. Keep an eye out. But again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye. Bye!